Hello students, welcome to Crack Grade B online learning platform. Today in this video lecture we are going to discuss most important 200 one-liner MCQs related to finance and banking and static awareness, which is very important for phase 1 as well as phase 2 exam. This is the second video. Earlier video we have released 100 one-liner MCQs and we will do in very fast manner. You can read these MCQs in details. That PDF we will provide after some time in our Telegram channel. So in this video we are going to discuss 200 MCQs. So first question, 100 we have already discussed. RTGS stands for real-time gross settlement. This system is available 24 into 7 into 365. Recently the scheme was extended to all days and 24 hours. Next question, the minimum amount to be remitted through RTGS is 2 lakh rupees. Next, UTR stand for unique transaction reference. You may have heard about this UTR number while you have made some payment. Someone asked about the UTR. So UTR is unique transaction reference. It is 22 character code. Next is LEI stand for legal entity identifier. It is recently in news. It is a 20-digit number used to uniquely identify parties to the financial transaction worldwide. So next question, all payment transaction of value 50 crore and above undertaken by the entities should include remitter and beneficiary LEI information from 1st April 2021. So RBI released the guidelines related to legal entity identifier. So all transactions those have 50 crore above. This is required for the non-individual category, means those entity which are making large transactions. So they have to get this legal identity identifier details they have to provide. Next question, NEFT stands for National Electronic Fund Transfer. It is a centralized payment system. It is also available 24 into 7 into 360. There is no limit imposed by RBI on fund transfer through NEFT system, and person having no bank account can also remit, and in only one country you can transfer from India to Nepal. One way one transfer through NEFT system you can. This I think this question was recently asked in exam also, in IBPS exam. IFSC stand for Indian Financial System Code. It is 11-digit code, and IFSC also stand for International Financial Service Center, that is located in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Total digit in IFSC 11. The detail of the 11 digit is given in the PDF. GIFT stand for the Gujarat International Financial Tech City, located at Gujarat, Gandhinagar. IFSC International Financial Service Center Authority, same is also located at Gandhinagar in Gujarat. CTS stand for check truncation system, that earlier the physically check system was done from the hard copy of the check, but now after the check truncation system the digital image is processed. So CTS is check truncation system, and CTS 2010 is the standard used for this system. POS is point for sales. PPI stand for the prepaid payment instruments. The cash loading of PPI is limited to 50,000 per month, subject to a limit of PPI. Tokenization refers to the replacement of actual card details with an alternate code called the token, which shall be unique for a combination of card, token requester, and device. Means actual card details are hide and a code is generated, that is called token. Tokenization definition is this. ATM stands for automated teller machine. First ATM in India was set up by the HSBC Bank. Demand draft checks validity is 3 months from date of issue. Earlier it was 6 months. Trades stand for trade receivable discounting system, mainly used by the MSME. As per the Ombudsman scheme for digital transaction, the amount of compensation that Ombudsman can sanction is 20 lakh rupees, and for mental agony and harassment that Ombudsman can award 1 lakh rupees, and one has to file complaint within 30 days of the date of receipt of the communication of award or rejection of the complaint. Next question, ECS stands for Electronic Clearing Service. mainly used to your EMI bill payment, and all these details is given in the PDF. NACH stand for National Automated Clearing House. NPCI started in which year? 2008. National Payment Corporation of India. MICR stands for Magnetic Ink Character Recognition. Many time definitely this full form is asked. Total digit in MICR code is 9. Details is given in the PDF. NEFT facility available for which country? Nepal. Up to 50,000 you can transfer. PSSS, Payment and Settlement System Act 2007 came into force with effect from 12th August 2008. ATM set up and owned and operated by non-banks are called white label ATMs. Brown label ATMs are those automated teller machines where hardware and lease of the ATM machine is owned by a service provider, but cash management and connectivity to banking networks is provided by a sponsor bank. If principal or interest payment overdue between 31 to 60 days, then it is referred as SMA1. Three different categories are given. GSTN stands for Goods and Service Tax Identification Number. The portfolio of GSTN is managed by Infosys. GSTN stands for the Goods and Service Tax Network, and it is a centralized system facilitating information exchange among commercial tax department of all state for better administration of state trade. This is tax information exchange system. This is also the part of this initiative of GSTN. E-way will under GSTN is applicable for all goods having value more than 50,000. The equity share of central government in GSTN is for 24.5%. Who is the chairman of GSTN? Dr. Ajay Bhushan Pandey. As per definition of MSME, medium enterprises are those who invest in plant and machinery or equipment not more than 50 crore and annual turnover not more than 250 crore. Three definitions are given there. PSL targets are applicable to every commercial bank, including regional rural bank, small finance bank, local area bank, and primary urban cooperative bank. PSL target for RB is 75% of ANBC, means adjusted net bank credit or credit equivalent of balance sheet exposure. So domestic commercial bank 40% target, regional rural bank and small bank finance bank 75%. Also primary urban cooperative banks have to increase to 75% by 31st March of 2024. And target for agriculture sector is under PSL is 18%. All other targets are given. Under PSL, loan for agriculture infrastructure will be 100 crore. Under PSL, loan to startup engaged in agriculture and allied activities 50 crore. Loan to individual for educational purpose 20 lakhs. Under PSL, loan to individual up to 35 lakhs in metropolitan center and population of 10 lakh above, and up to 25 lakh in other center for purchase construction of a dwelling unit, means for purchasing house. So under PSL, bank loan up to a limit of 30 crore for to borrowers purpose like solar, means renewable energy purpose 30 crores, but for individual it will be 10 lakh per borrower. No loan related and ad hoc service charges, inspection charges should be levied on the priority sector loan up to 25,000. On lending by NBFCs for term lending component under agriculture will be allowed of 10 lakh per borrower. MS micro and small enterprises on lending by NBFC will be allowed 20 lakh per borrower. And on lending by HFC 20 lakh per borrower for purchasing or reconstruction of housing unit. Under PSL, loans not exceeding 1 lakh per borrower will be provided directly by banks to the individual and individual members of SHG, self-help groups and joint liability groups. Under PSL, loan up to 10 lakh in a metropolitan center, up to 6 lakh in other centers for repair and damage of dwelling units. Under PSL, loan to distressed person will be 1 lakh per borrower. Any shortfall in lending in private sector will be transferred in RIDF, Rural Infrastructure Development Fund, that is managed by NABARD. Under PSL, bank loan up to limit of 5 crore per borrower for setting up schools, drinking water facilities, sanitation, and 10 crore per borrower for building healthcare facilities in social sector. PSLC stand for Priority Sector Lending Certificate. The concept is explained in this PDF. PSLC would have standard lot size of 25 lakh and multiple. Lead bank scheme was introduced by the RBI in 1969 on the recommendation of the Dr. Professor D.R. Gadgil Committee. BLBC meetings by lead banks are held quarterly. Block level banker committee meeting. DCC meeting also quarterly. DLRC meeting also quarterly. SLBC meeting are also held quarterly. Many times these questions are being asked in the IBPS exams. Service area approach was introduced in 1989. Doubling of farmer income target is 2022. Women SSG consists of 10 to 20 members. All women SSG would be eligible for interest subvention on credit up to 3 lakh at the subvention rate of 7% and 3% additional interest subvention they can get on prompt repayment. Revolving fund support to SSG with a minimum of 10,000 up to maximum of 15,000 per SSG. The Banking Ombudsman Scheme is introduced under Section 35 of the Banking Regulation Act by RBI with effect from 1995. But present scheme that is in operation is launched in 2006. Under the Banking Ombudsman Scheme, the amount, if any, to be paid by the bank to the complainant by way of compensation means this Banking Ombudsman can provide a award of 20 lakh rupees for mental agony and harassment, 1 lakh similar to the digital transactions, and one can file complaint within that after he has received the reply from their particular bank, then he can file the complaint within 30 days of receipt of the award. Sorry, this question is the that person can file the complaint means once banking ombudsman has awarded and given the decision. If he is not satisfied, then he can apply to this appellate authority within 30 days. If complaint note had not received any reply within a period from the concerned bank, then he can file to the banking ombudsman, means can file his complaint or his or her complaint, and it can be made within 1 year of the reply received by the complainant. MCLR stands for marginal cost of fund based lending rate. Four main elements of MCLR are tenor premium, marginal cost of fund, operating cost, negative carry on account of CRR. Minimum capital required for licensing of new banks in the private sector is 500 crore. At least 25% of branches should be in tier 3, means rural areas mainly. There is FDI in banking sector is 74% in private sector, automatic 49%, beyond or 49% is government route. FDI in public sector bank is limited to 20%. Insurance sector 49% automatic. Intermediaries and insurance intermediaries 100%. Credit information companies 100%. 25% of the total number of banking outlets opened during a financial year should be located in unbanked rural centers. The minimum capital requirement for setting a small finance bank is 200 crore. Recently, it was increased, and that internal working group formed by RBI has recommended to raise it to 300 crores. USA Throat Committee on Financial Inclusion recommended the setting up of this small finance banks, and 25% of new branch must be in unbanked rural areas. The requirement for setting up the small finance bank. Payment bank minimum capital requirement 100 crore. Details is given. Payment bank can be converted to SFB, small finance bank, after how many years? 5 years. Internal working group has recommended to do it within 3 years. Next, RRB was set up based on the recommendation of Narasimhan Committee. First RRB is Prathama Gramin Bank, and these are regulated by the RRB Act 1976. And share of the GUI state government and sponsoring nationalized bank is 50, 50, 15 and 35%. PCR stands for Public Credit Registry, and the committee submitted its report on Public Credit Registry is YMDOSLI. Next, CRILC stand for Central Repository on Information of Large Credits, means all exposure of INR 50 million and above have to be informed, means data of these lending the bank have to maintain and they have to provide the information. So Central Repository of Information on Large Credit will keep all these data. SARFAESI full form: Securitization and Reconstruction of Financial Asset and Enforcement of Security Interest Act 2002 was enacted to regulate securitization and reconstruction of financial assets and enforcement of security interest carried in respect of financial assets to enable realization of such asset. So full form is many time asked in the exam. KCC was introduced in 1998 RV Gupta committee recommendation. At present 3 lakh loan is provided under KCC, an interest subvention scheme, and 2% interest subvention is given from the 9%. So 7% is interest rate. Further 3% additional interest subvention is given on the prompt repayment. Say 4% is effective interest rate. And this question is asked many times. Limit for second and subsequent year under KCC. First year limit, 10% above the first year limit is provided in the second year. KCC borrowers below 70 years of age are covered under personal accidental insurance scheme. These details are given. Under interest subvention scheme, to provide relief to farmers affected by natural calamity, an interest subvention of 2% per annum will be available to banks for the first year. And in case of severe natural calamity, 2% per annum will be made available to the bank for the first 3 years or entire period. Interest subvention of 2% to banks and 3% to farmer towards prompt payment incentive is extended on short-term loans up to 2 lakhs to animal husbandry and fisheries. For crops, it was 3 lakh. For animal husbandry and fisheries, 2 lakhs. The available accidental sum insurance coverage on RuPay debit card will be rupees 2 lakh on RuPay Premium debit card and 1 lakh rupees on RuPay Classical debit card. Next question. As per RBI norms, Indian scheduled commercial banks are required to maintain a CRAR of 90%, and Basel norms, according to Basel norms, it is required 8%. IBC stands for Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016, and that Fugitive Economic Offenders Act 2018. All offences involving amount of 100 crore or more under the preview of this law. And IBC also was some amendment was done that resolution process earlier, if default is 1 lakh, then it was to be started, but currently the amount was increased, so 1 crore and above default are taken under the IBC code. FEMA was enacted in 1999 to replace the FERA with effect from June 2000. It was started in 2000. So Foreign Exchange Management Act. Prompt corrective action. RBI under its supervisory framework use various measure tools to maintain sound financial health of bank. Under prompt corrective action framework, RBI has specified certain regulatory trigger points in terms of 3 parameters: capital to risk weighted asset ratio, net non-performing asset, return on assets. Consumer price index is base year is 2011-12, and this is a headline inflation of the India, and it is released by the National Statistical Officer for all month. WPI is the base year is 11-12. It is published monthly by the Office of Economic Advisor, Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade under Ministry of Commerce and Industry. All other like index of industrial production and index of 8 core industries you can also study. Next is the GDP deflator. What is it? Is the ratio of nominal GDP by real GDP. It is also published by the NSO. What is GDP and relation between GDP and GNP is the GDP plus net factor income from abroad, and it is equal to the GNP. GDP minus का depreciation is net domestic product. GNP minus का depreciation is net national product. GDP is measured by three methods: production method, expenditure method, income method. So expenditure method is this formula: C plus I plus G plus X minus M. These are the details. Income method: profit plus interest plus rent plus wages. Demand deposit: funds held in demand deposit can be withdrawn at any time on demand without any advance notice to the depository institution. In time deposit, you have to give advance notice to the depository institution. Current account: it is always a demand deposit account and bank is obliged to pay the money on demand. There is no limit on number of transaction and value of transaction. It is mainly used for the business purpose. Saving account, you may be aware about that. This is a normal account. You park your money to get some interest on this. Recurring deposit account means RD. You may have heard about this. It is like you will you will deposit some money for a fixed time like 6 months, and it can be extended to 10 years, and the interest rate on this is this type of account is more than the saving account. And fixed deposit account, these are the term deposit with tenure varying from 7-8 days to 10 years. FCNR account, this account can be maintained. These the FCNR, NRE, NRO accounts are the account opened by the non-resident Indians or person of Indian origin. This account and FCNR, foreign currency non-resident account. This account can be maintained in any free convertible foreign currency, but only in the form of term deposit. The interest and principal are non-taxable and free repatriable. And non-resident external account, the account can be maintained in rupee in the form of current, saving, recurring or fixed deposit. The interest and principal are non-taxable and free repatriable. Next is non-resident ordinary account. This account can be maintained in rupee in the form of current, saving, recurring or deposit. Fixed deposit, principal, interest are taxable and has restricted repatriability. Income earned from India sources like rent, dividend, pension can be deposited only in this account. These details are given in the course also about these accounts. Demonetization was done on November 8, 2016. Different type of money: M1 currency with public plus demand deposit. M2 is equal to M1 plus saving deposit with post office saving bank. And M3 is equal to M1 plus time deposit of public with bank. And M4 and equal to M3 plus total deposit with post office saving bank. These are also important, many times being asked in the exam. Mudra stand for Micro Unit Development and Refinancing Agency. It is a subsidiary of the SIDBI, Small Industrial Development Bank of India. CGFTMSC stand for Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises. FCTC is Financial Stability and Development Council. It is an apex level body constituted by the Government of India with a view to strengthening and institutionalizing the mechanism for maintaining financial stability, enhancing inter-regulatory coordination and promoting financial sector development. Primary market is the market where buying and selling of the new securities are taken place for the first time, and secondary market will be the where the IPO, once it is issued and it is issued to the public, and then it is traded at the secondary market after allocation. When the share and debenture of a company are issued to the public for the first time, it is called an IPO. Follow on offer or further public offer: when an already listed company makes either a fresh issue of shares or convertible securities to the public, or an offer of sale to the public, it is called FPO. Right issue: when issue of securities made to by the issuer to the shareholder at existing shareholders as on particular fixed date fixed by the issuer, it is called a right issue. Depository receipts: when a foreign company wants to list to its securities on another country's stock exchange, it can do through the depository receipt. Global depository receipt: in anywhere in the world you can do. through any company can do. If want to list security anywhere in the world, then they will issue the GDR. And in US, if they want to list their security in the US market, then ADR. Next, Indian depository receipt. If any foreign company want to list their security in the Indian market, then they have to issue the Indian depository receipts. Next, the minimum subscription to be received in the issue shall be at in IPO process shall be 90%. The maximum investment allowed from retail investor in IPO is 2 lakhs. Red herring prospectus. A hearing prospectus is a preliminary registration document that is filed with SEBI in case of book building issue and which does not have details of either price or number of shares being offered or amount of issue. Lead manager means a merchant banker registered with board and appointed by the issuer to manage the issue. In case of book built issue, the lead manager appointed by the issuer shall act as book running lead manager BRLM for the purpose of book building. ASBS stand for application supported by blocked amount. This is full form is also asked many times. So one more full form SCSB, self-certified syndicate banks. Each anchor investor has to put a minimum 10 crore rupee in the issue means IPO. Green shoe option is an option of locating share in excess of equity share offered in the public issue as a post-listing price stabilizing mechanism for a period of not exceeding 30 days. IPO grading is the grade assigned by the credit agency served with SEBI to the initial public offering, follow-on public offering of equity share or any other security which may be converted into or exchanged with equity share at a later date. Next, dematerialization. It is the process by which physical certificate of an investor are converted into an equivalent number of securities in electronic form and credited to the investor account with its depository participant. Debenture is similar to bond and is issued by corporates, and it has been defined as an acknowledgement of debt given under the seal of the company and containing a contract for repayment of the principal sum at the specified date and for the payment of the interest at the fixed rate per cent until the principal sum is repaid. Stockbroker is a person who buys and sells stocks and other securities for its clients through a stock exchange. Merchant banker is a person who is engaged in the business of issue management, either like IPO, and either by making arrangement regarding selling, buying, or subscribing, or acting as manager, consultant, advisor, or rendering corporate advisory service in relation to such issue management. Next, underwriter. Underwriter is a person who engages in the business of underwriting the public issue of security of a particular company. In case of undersubscription, that underwriter have to will purchase the unsubscribed portion of the public issue. Depository is an institution which maintains investor account in an electronic form. One of the main functions of the depository is to transfer the ownership of share from one investor to another. NSDL full form many times is asked National Security Depository Limited. It is a subsidiary of NSC. BSC subsidiary is Central Depository Services Limited. Entry load can be set to the amount or fee charged from an investor while entering a scheme of mutual fund or joining the company as investor. SEBI banned entry loads mutual fund scheme in 2009. Exit load is a fee or an amount charged from an investor for exiting or leaving a scheme or company as an investor. Next question, large cap are 1 to 100 company in terms of full market capitalization. 101 to 250th company is mid cap. 251st company onwards in terms of full market capitalization is small cap. Exchange traded fund and ETF or exchange traded fund is a marketable security that tracks an index, commodity, bonds, or basket of assets like an index fund. Details in our primary market PDF, secondary market PDF. Systematic investment plans is SIP allows an investor to invest regularly, like monthly you are investing some amount in a mutual fund, that is called SIP. SCORES full form SEBI complaint redressal system to lodge complaint against SEBI related, like if you have invested somewhere, you have to any service provider, you have to lodge a complaint regarding any service provider, then you can raise complaint at this core platform. Net asset value, the value of one unit of a mutual fund scheme on a given date. Securitization is the process of issuing marketable securities backed by a pool of existing assets such as auto or home loans. Rupee denominated bond is a bond issued by an Indian entity in a foreign market, and the interest payment and principal reimbursement are denominated in rupees. FCCB, a foreign currency convertible bond, is a type of convertible bond issued in a currency different than the issuer of domestic currency. These bonds also give the bondholder the option to convert the bond into stock. Minimum average maturity period is 3 years for the FCCB. Full form is asked many times. Foreign currency exchangeable bond, a bond expressed in foreign currency, the principal and the interest of which is payable in foreign currency. The issuer of the bond is an Indian company. Angel tax is an income tax payable on capital raised by the unlisted companies from investor, mostly angel investor. Participatory P notes is a derivative instrument issued in foreign jurisdiction by a SEBI registered FI against Indian securities. The Indian security instrument may be equity, debt, or derivative, or maybe an index. PNR, also known as overseas derivative instrument, equity linked notes, capped return notes, and participating return notes. Different between FPI, AVS, FDI, foreign portfolio investment, or foreign direct investment. An equity investment by non-residents which is less than or equal to 10% of capital of any company is called FPI, and above this will be called FDI. FMC is the Forward Market Commission, merged with SEBI in 2015. Employee Stock Option, ESOP, stand for Employee Stock Ownership Plan. Sweet equity shares are those shares which are issued to the employees or directors. Demutualization is the process by which a customer-owned mutual organization or cooperative change legal structure to form a joint stock company. Corporatization is the act of reorganizing structure of a government-owned equity into a legal entity with the corporate structure found in public traded companies. Derivative is a product whose value is derived from the value of one or more basic variables called basis, underlying asset, index, or reference rate in a contractual manner. Exotic derivatives are the derivatives which are more complex than common traded vanilla products. These complexity usually lays to determine payoff. The category may have many non-standard features developed for special class of investor. Means these are the exotic derivatives are the non-standard derivatives, like forwards, future, and option are the standard derivative. They have certain condition and there are trading condition for them, those, and according to that they are traded on the exchange. While forwards, they can be traded at the over the counter, and condition for them can be mutually agreed by the buyer and seller. So exotic derivatives, once in RBI exam it was asked. Next, futures. Future contract is an agreement between two parties to buy or sell an asset at a certain time in the future or at a certain price. But unlike forward contracts, the future contracts are standardized and exchange traded. Index future. Stock index future is an index derivative that draws its values from an underlying stock index like Nifty or Sensex. Currency future contract is a standardized version of a forward contract that is traded on a regulated exchange. It is an agreement to buy or sell a specified quantity of underlying currency on a specific date in the future at a specified rate. Call option gives the holder the right but not obligation to buy an asset on or before a predetermined rate or for a certain price. A put option gives the holder right but not the obligation to sell an asset on or before a predetermined date for a certain price. FRA is a financial contract between two parties to exchange interest payment for a notional principal amount on settlement date for a specified period from start date to maturity date. Forward rate agreement. Swaps are private arrangement between two parties to exchange cash flow in the future according to FDN formula. Currency swap is a transaction in which two parties exchange an equivalent amount of money with each other but in different currencies. An interest rate swap is a financial contract between two parties swapping a stream of interest payment for a principal amount on multiple occasions during a specific period. Such contracts generally involve exchange of a fixed or two floating rates of interest. Plain vanilla swap is a simplest form of interest rate swap where a fixed rate is exchanged for a floating rate or vice versa. Credit default swap is a credit derivative transaction in which two parties enter into credit arrangement where one buyer party called as the production buyer pays the other party called as the production seller periodic payments premium for the specific life of the agreement. The production seller makes no payment unless a credit event relating to the predetermined reference asset occurs. What is the CDS? Means it is like a arrangement of insurance coverage to the loan. It in detail you can read in our document given in the primary market or I think in secondary market file. SWIFT code Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication is the full form, 8 or 11 digit. Next is the NABARD was established on 12th July 1982. NABARD Act 1981 headquarters is at Mumbai. Dr. G.R. Chintala chairman. Next, SIDBI Small Industrial Development Bank of India was established in the 1990 under the SIDBI Act 1989. Headquarters Lucknow. Chairman is Mohammad Mustafa. Exim Bank was established on 1 January 1982. David Ruskin is the managing director. NHP was established in 1988 under the Act 1987. Headquarters in New Delhi. Chairman is S.K. Hota. SEBI chairman is Ajay Tyagi. It was established on 1992. IRDA was established in 1999. S.C. Kontia is the chairman. PMY stands for Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. Three category of loans under this: Sisu up to 50,000, 50,000 to 5 lakh, Kishore Tarun 5 lakh to 10 lakh. Primary deficit is the fiscal deficit minus the interest payment. Revenue deficit is the difference between revenue expenditure and revenue receipt. Fiscal deficit excess of total expenditure over total non-borrowed receipt is called the fiscal deficit. Amortization is the reduction of an amount at an regular interval over a certain time period. It mainly refers to the reduction of debt by regular payment of loan installments during the life of a loan. ALCO, Asset Liability Management Committee, is a strategic decision-making body formulating and overseeing the function of asset liability management of a bank. STT is a security transaction tax. It's applicable in share, derivatives, mutual funds. Capital gain tax when an asset is sold for a price higher than what it was bought for. Long term and short term. Current account deficit if the value of the goods and services import exceeds the value of the goods and services exported. PMJDY was launched in 2014. It was launched by the Department of Financial Services. 41.8 crore beneficiaries till date. Overdraft facility of 10,000. Earlier it was 5,000. Age limit 18 to 65 years. Earlier it was 18 to 60 years. The accidental insurance cover for new RuPay card holder raised from existing 1 lakh to 2 lakh to new PMJDY accounts. Employee state insurance scheme is applicable to those whose the monthly income does not exceed 21,000 per month, and EPFO their monthly income does not exceed 15,000. CVV stands for card verification value, and 300 question है 300th question is EMV. Europay, Mastercard and Visa is the full form. These are the most important question you must read for the phase 1 as well as the phase 2. These can be asked in the static finance and banking awareness part in the RBI Academy phase 1, and many times 10 to 15 question you can easily see from this finance and banking awareness part, and the PDF will be available also in our Telegram channel after some time. First we will release this YouTube video Please share this video to your friends, those who are preparing this exam, and please provide the feedback also, and subscribe our channel, and please share to video all those who are preparing, and ask to subscribe our channel. We will keep updating, keep releasing video on very important topics, and these are the unique questions we have created based on the history of the RBI exam and IBPS exams. Such type of questions are always being asked. Our courses are RBI grade B, SEBI grade A, NABARD grade A, and UPSC, PFO, FSI, or technical officer, and IRD also we will provide. You can register at our website and can subscribe our courses. We are providing the most economical courses. Thank you and happy learning.